You think tattoos saved you?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. That and having my first kid.
Yeah. You ever mess with a Ouija board?
Hell yeah.
No, I never with a Ouija board. I'm too scared.
Bro.
What happened? Did anything happen? Was it crazy?
Dude. I don't even know if I want to talk about it on the podcast shit.
You can't say that. Like after someone dies, like a soul being stuck like in limbo or something.
Oh,
that's
hell
what they say, like,
because I did that
stuff up. You did it.
Yeah. One of the things I was telling you about when I was going through all that bad shit is I hung myself when I was 23 and I died for 6 minutes.
Hey, what's going on? It's another episode of the Teel podcast, and like always, I have another great guest back here again. What's going on, Jlynn Attaway? Now, you done blew up on me, man.
A little bit.
You done blew up on me. I had you here for I think it was like episode 6 or 7 or 8, something like that. And you was on the rise, but now you done messed around and blew up on me. Why'd you do that? Was that by choice or accident? What do you think?
Definitely not by choice. I was attempting to make that happen.
Yeah.
And it happened. It just happened.
Is it everything you dreamed of?
No. No, it is not. It is cool, though.
It's cool. I'm sure it's cool. Like, people recognizing you.
Dude,
and paying attention to you and stuff.
I get recognized at Walmart all the time.
Yeah.
And, you're that tattoo guy on Facebook. And I'm like, yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
I feel a minor celebrity sometimes.
Yeah.
But I gotta stay humble.
But then there's a lot of cons that come with it. I've been seeing you post a lot of things that come with it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So people just one of the main things I want to talk to you about, and I say, hell, let's get into it early. The fake pages. How many fake pages are there?
That I know of?
Yes.
In the past week, I've blocked 5.
5.
And that, I know there's been at least 5 on TikTok.
Right.
5 on Facebook. I haven't had any Instagram ones that I know of. But I block them, I report them, block them, and they just keep coming.
Just, yeah.
So.
And so that, like, at surface value, it's like, oh, they're kind of, yeah. But, like, there's things that come with that. Like, they're taking deposits for tattoos, and they're taking advantage of that. And so, like, now you have people that are wanting to send you money, right? And they're sending them money.
Yep.
That sounds not good.
It is not good. For one, it looks bad on me in a way.
Right.
Just because people are getting ripped off. But then there's like the off chance that somebody could just get really pissed off and come after me.
Yeah, do something about it.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, it's like, that's what you have a check mark on your actual profile.
Yeah, and I keep that thing on me, you know?
Yeah, you have to.
I have to.
But you have to pay it. Like, if the person you're reaching out to does have a following, you should kind of expect them to have a check mark, right? That's where that does make sense. Yeah. Because, like, tomorrow I could go make a Chris Pratt profile and be like, hey, send me this and I'll put you in a movie or some shit.
Yeah.
And, like, most people would see that and they'd be like, no, that's clearly not him. But there'd be somebody would send the money in and be like, I'm going to be in a movie with Chris Pratt.
Yeah. So the thing is, these people are doing this. This is how they do it. So my video will go viral or whatever, and they'll clone my account, which on their account, there's just my profile picture, my bio, and then no content. But they'll go in and comment under somebody's comment and be like, send me a friend request and we can get shit taken care of, whatever.
Yeah.
And that person will go send them a friend request. They'll fucking go in their inbox and be like, hey, what do you want? And they'll be like, I want this, whatever. And they'll be like, all right, my deposit is $800. And you send it to me through Cash App or WhatsApp, or I don't even know what that is, but like they'll send it through these crazy accounts to people that, like, I had one person send money to some woman named, I don't know, it was like a Russian name one time. Yeah, I was like, bro, why did you send that to that whoever that is?
She's clearly a lady.
Yeah.
Clearly a Russian lady.
Bro, I was like, guys, like, but that's how they get them. And it's usually, it seems to be older people that
Right.
don't.
Oh, yeah, they're hitting them with the Nigerian Prince scheme. Yeah.
Yeah. And, but these accounts, like as soon as I see them comment, and I'm on top of it usually.
Yeah.
As soon as I see them comment, I go block it or report it and block it and do whatever I can to.
But you were telling me earlier that sometimes that doesn't even do anything, huh?
Nope.
So like those pages are still there.
Yep.
They can still just go.
Yep. I'll report it, and Facebook will hit me back like 6 hours later and be like, "We found no problem with this account." And I'm like,
well, this person has cloned my account, is asking for deposits.
Bruh.
This is clearly a scammer. This is a new world we live in. Like, you know, with things like Opus Clip, things like Opus Clip is an AI app where you can just put a YouTube link in, and I use it all the time, but I use it for me. Like, I'm not taking other people's videos. So like, let's say we'll shoot this episode. I'll run it through Opus. It'll give me like 20 clips, right? Okay. So what people will do is now, like there's all these faceless accounts now. It's easier now than ever to take what somebody else has built and then just go make you a little side page off of it. And, you know, you could either get monetized from somebody else. I know a buddy of mine, there's a show I like on YouTube called Outdoor Boys. Mm-hmm. This dude, Luke Nichols, is the coolest dude ever. And all he does is just go out in Alaska and like survive. Yeah. And he takes his kids sometimes. Real wholesome dude. All the videos have millions of views and all that stuff. This guy, I wouldn't call him a buddy, but I know him.
Yeah.
He made a faceless TikTok account and just throws all this dude's stuff through Opus and posts like 3 times an hour, all day long, every day, and is monetized. And so like he now makes money off of this guy going and living in Alaska and like having his own YouTube channel.
That's such bullshit.
Yeah, no, that's where we're at though. That's where they're at. So like when people see like, and they're probably not just you, like there are people like, okay, we could run a tattoo scam, right?
Yep.
As soon as you see somebody kind of pop off, clone their page, hit them up. Hey, hit me up. I'll do a tattoo for you, blah, blah, blah. They think they're getting a hookup.
Yep.
They're just going to steal your deposit.
Yep.
That's where we're at. People are using the internet full force to just take, steal, and benefit from it.
Dude, I just wish people would pay more attention. And why this happens is because they see me on Reels or whatever video, and they don't bother going to my actual page and looking through it. They go and hit the message button off my reel, and that's just what they do without doing any type of research.
So is anybody taking your reels?
On TikTok they have.
Yeah. And so they may message that person off of TikTok thinking they're getting you, but that's where you have to, like a lot of people, like the internet's simple, right? Like it's not hard to spot a fake page. Yeah. But you do have to be looking.
Yep.
If you aren't looking, you can get the shit pulled out of you. It's like my grandma answering the phone. Like I'll go to my grandma's house. She's 85. The phone will ring and she will answer the phone. And I will tell her, Grandma, put the phone down. This is not somebody you need to give your social security number to. Because she'll be like, I said, is that your doctor? No. Is that anybody important? Well, like Grandma, put the phone down. It's the same thing. Like on the internet, you got to know, like, hey, not everybody can be trusted. Like you need to go, and sometimes it's really simple to figure it out too. But you do have to take that step to figure it out.
Yep.
So you think people are skipping that step?
Yep. Wholeheartedly. They do not give a shit. They see my video. They're like, he can tattoo.
Yeah.
I want this.
Yeah, let's set it up.
Give me a sleeve for $200.
I'm trying to put myself in the person of the scammer. Like somebody's like, I want an eagle on top of a mountain. And they're like, yeah, hell yeah, we can do it. Send that deposit.
Dude, one guy, the first time somebody that I'm aware of that got taken advantage of, it was this older gentleman somewhere in Louisiana. And he had a whole arm, and he was a big dude too. And his whole arm was covered in just like old tattoos. And the dude messaged said potential client and was like, hey, do you do cover-ups? And the scammer was like, that's my specialty. I was like, bro, I don't even do cover-ups at all.
Yeah, not at all. Yeah.
And definitely not a whole arm of cover-ups.
He's like, yeah, we're finna get you. Yeah. I mean, like covering a sleeve is crazy. Bro. Is that there's somebody out there does that?
Yeah, somebody does, for sure.
Yeah, but not you.
Not me. Not me.
A sleeve cover-up is crazy, though. I need a sleeve cover-up.
Bro, don't we all?
I need 2 sleeve cover-ups.
Don't we all?
We talked a lot about tattoo regret last time you was on.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I'm at the point, like I said, I'm at the point where like these are probably here forever.
More than likely mine are too.
Yeah. We'll get the people update. We'll zoom in on your face. Look like your face is, because it's like you said you haven't got any extras since then, but they've definitely faded.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And you said you'd probably do one more?
Yeah, I'll probably do one more on these. And then the moon I have a moon on my forehead that it'll probably take 2 or 3 more just because that's my newest face tattoo and it's dark.
Yeah.
It was real dark when I got it done. So it's probably going to take a couple, but.
How old were you when you got your first face tattoo?
23-ish.
Yeah.
Somewhere
I done told Facebook I was going to get one.
Do it. Just fucking do it,
I just
dude.
want a fucking spider right
I'm going
here.
to tell you right now, though, the face is so addicting because they do not hurt.
They don't hurt. Yeah, that's what you told me last time. Don't tell me shit like that.
Bro.
I do want my neck done.
Those hurt.
You know, out of jail now or out of prison, and he got his neck done by Zeke the other day, and it looks crazy.
I just seen him, and I didn't see his neck though.
Yeah, he got like this rose thing, but like these smoking like bullets, like cartridges with smoke coming out of them. You know, Zeke's a dog, so that shit was clean as fuck. Zeke hit me up. He was like, "Hey, let's work something out." Like a one of them deals. But I got I don't know, because I want my neck done.
You need to interview Zeke.
Yeah, I know. That's coming up.
Yeah.
I like Zeke.
He's such a great dude.
Il Zico is Caleb calls Uncle Zeke.
He's one of my favorite people in Texarkana.
No, I love Zeke. I genuinely love Zeke. I want Zeke to do this. I think I told you already, but like this big crazy Dragon Ball Z tattoo on my leg. But I know it's gonna hurt. I gotta get I'm spending all my money on podcasting. That's where like all my stuff
Invest
goes.
in yourself.
Yeah, because I want tattoos, and I should have got them in the wintertime, but wintertime's over now, so it's like I may not get tattooed till next year.
That's okay.
This is the longest I've been without them.
You're still young.
Still young. Yeah, I'm 30.
You got time.
I still could get a spider on my face. I want like a black widow, like about to bite my eye.
Yeah.
Then maybe like a dragon on the other side. And then maybe like a fucking snake. Like
you want sack chaser?
Yeah, like a snake like choking me out, like choke me, daddy.
Have you seen that?
Sack chaser?
Yeah.
On where was they tattooed? Where they did it?
I don't know where it was done at, but
like what part of the body though?
The neck.
Sack chaser on the neck is crazy. that could get took the wrong way.
Bro, when you edit this podcast all up and stuff, go find that one
and put the picture on there.
Put it up there.
I'm gonna mark it.
You'll find it. I know you will. It's
sack chaser on the throat. Hey, sometimes you need a sack on your throat.
Bro, there's another one that is a goat, like throat goat.
No,
bro.
Hey, I've been a victim before, man. I've thought of some shit at the tattoo shop, got them to draw it up. Like, hey, this shit's cool as fuck. Get it tattooed, look down. Fuck. Yeah. I didn't think about something. I have this grenade right here, and it's really cool. Like, it's cool, like a grenade.
Yeah.
And it's blowing up, and so, like, it's a skull grenade, and its mouth blew off. And I was like, dude, this is cool as fuck. This is, like, one of the coolest things ever. Can you tell me what do you think's wrong with this? Cool little grenade, mouth blew off. There's one potential flaw here.
I'm not seeing it.
What about this right here? Up at the top. The pin is still in.
Yeah.
How'd it blow up? God damn it. It's here for life. How'd the grenade blow up? The pin's still in. If shit like that, I'd be like, this is a masterpiece. Then y'all go to the house and look in the mirror and say, fuck, this is not a masterpiece and it's here forever. But no, it took, like, you're a tattoo artist. You didn't realize. So it's not really a big idea, but it is kind of funny to think about that.
I got fucked up shit all over me, so.
I went to somebody, I won't name him, but I had some rays go the wrong way. So like the sun was shining and it was like all these different ways. And then there was one ray that like went at a different angle. And I went home and I was like, oh, damn, the sun can't do that. No. Son of a bitch. The sun cannot go a different direction in one ray.
There's only one sun.
Yeah, so I had to cover that up. And so like there's a super ash like dark. Here, so you see this rose?
Yeah.
This rose is only there, like I'll try to show the camera, to cover up the sun ray that went left.
Just,
yeah. So they're like boom, 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 boom. I got like one autistic sun ray. Like, God dang it. Oh, no, I have a lot of tattoo regret, but I like them. Last time we talked a lot about like forgetting they're there. I definitely
you just
still
forget
100%
they're there.
forget they're there. Yeah. And people do probably look at us like, damn, look at that animal.
Yeah.
But
the only reason that is because I'm there every day doing dope ass tattoos and I see them and I get jealous.
oh yeah.
I'm just
you're like, damn,
I
that's so
want
much
good
better.
stuff, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's not fair.
That eagle you did the other day was crazy. The realism is getting ridiculous. Like, you should tone it back some because it's too real.
Dude, I don't know what happened, but it was probably right before Thanksgiving. I don't know what happened, but I just
leveled up out of nowhere. Huh?
I leveled up out of nowhere, and you know, I'm not trying to brag or anything like that, but my realism was like, we'll say a 7, and then it just up to a 10. And now, like, I don't know what I did different. I don't know.
You didn't watch a video or nothing.
I
just started doing something new, huh?
Yeah, and it just worked for me. It'd be like
that eagle was absolutely crazy. There was another one too. I commented on it the other day. All right, let's go back. Let's get back to the Facebook deal. So, like I said, last time you was here, you had like 10,000 followers, and that's significant, right?
Yeah.
What do you think made the jump? I have a feeling it's probably Reels, right?
Yep.
It seems like if you're trying to do like Facebook or Instagram, it seems like that is the way to get the jump. Which Instagram, like, I don't even care about Instagram no more because, and I've been researching it. A lot of people are struggling with Instagram right now. So like, I just don't even focus on it.
And it's sad too because Instagram is probably my favorite platform.
Right.
But I've noticed, because I usually post just pictures on Instagram and I use it as my portfolio. And now I feel like everything's geared towards videos.
Right.
So I got a buddy out in Texas somewhere, and all he does is reels. He does good tattoos and stuff too, but he doesn't have near the following I do. And his views have skyrocketed, and he's just doing reels. So when I post a photo, I'm getting maybe 60 likes or whatever when I have, I think, like 9,000 something.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to try it. I'm going to start posting more reels on there and see if it evens out. But the last couple of reels I posted on there got like 200 likes. So that tells me really everything I need to know.
Yeah. They want video stuff.
Yeah.
I'm so lazy with Instagram is that I just kind of like whatever I post on Facebook, it kind of just goes over.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, well, I just post on one and make it go to both, but that's not how Instagram works now. And a lot of people are complaining that Instagram is really hard to figure out. Like at the moment, Instagram's super hard. So I don't know. I don't even have like the mental bandwidth to even attempt it right now. Cause like Facebook is paying me. So I'm like,
yeah,
let's zone in on Facebook for sure.
Dude. When Instagram first started paying people, they were paying me, and dude, I was making some not good money, but
good money I was making for posting,
dude. For posting, I was making damn good money, and I was like, this is crazy, and they did it for like 6 months, and then cut me off.
So then you weren't.
Yeah, now I don't get paid on Instagram at all, but I was comparing it because I was getting paid through Facebook and I was getting paid through Instagram, and Instagram was by far killing it. And I was like, hell yeah, I'm only using Instagram. And then they flip-flopped. And so
it's weird because like, if you tell young people like, yeah, I'm good at Facebook, they're like,
so
yeah, who gives a fuck?
Fucking boomer.
But like 30-year-old, like 25 to like 35-year-olds, they're still on Facebook heavy.
Yep. And
you can get paid for doing that. I just ask questions.
Dude, so my analytics, I check them all the time now, especially now that I have amassed like this following or whatever. My biggest group is 25 to 35.
Yeah, that's where mine is too.
But
that's like the original young people on Facebook.
Yeah.
They just never stopped.
Yeah. But they're the ones that I want to tattoo anyway. So it's cool. Yeah. They got good jobs.
Yeah. That by then you have an actual job.
Yeah.
Not like quite such a dumbass.
Yeah.
Whew. Before 20, I can only imagine like tattooing 18 to like 22-year-olds. They're probably stupid as fuck. I was stupid as fuck at 18
Bro.
to 24. I was dumb as
Like,
hell.
I'll do it, but I'm not going to do some dumb shit.
No.
Like, if you come at me with, I want this and this and this, and I'm like, no, you don't, dude.
No.
Stop. You don't want that. You want this sick ass eagle portrait. Is
Yeah,
what you want.
That's what you want.
Yeah.
Like on your back or somewhere, or a leg or something, you can cover that shit up.
Mhm.
How many, which I mean, tattoos, like even since we've talked, it seems like it's just more and more acceptable. I think it's just that we're just going to keep on rolling.
Oh yeah, it ain't stopping. No
No.
time soon. I had a dude comment on my reel. I think it was yesterday actually, and he was from here.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, tattoos went out with powdered wigs, and I was like,
Where are you at?
bruh, my books say otherwise, homeboy.
It seems more people are probably tattooed than. Well, no, I doubt it. Maybe not yet.
I don't know.
That'd be a fun statistic. You want to ask AI?
I ask it.
I'm gonna say, what percentage of the U.S. population has tattoos? I wonder if they could do that for
Bro,
me.
like damn near everybody and their mama has at least one.
I'll have to ask this and see if it'll give me one on here. What percentage of adults in the United States have tattoos?
According to a 2023 survey, about 32% of U.S. adults have at least one tattoo.
They need to update that. I feel like it'd be higher.
Yeah, it's probably higher now. That was 2023. But 32%, and there's 330 million people in here, and probably, maybe, I don't know, I wonder, probably at least half of that's adults, right? Maybe something similar like that. So at least 100 million adults,
Yeah.
right? 32% of 100 million is...
And that's not
quite a bit
even
still.
including children either, because there's kids that are allowed to get tattooed.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
At what age in some states? What, 16 some states? Or what is it? What is
man, I think the youngest is 14.
Really? Where is
Yeah.
that? Do you have any idea where that's at?
Don't get me lying, but I believe Louisiana. I would have to check, but I think
That's where you're from. You should know.
No, because I don't tattoo minors.
Yeah, hell no.
I think 14 is the youngest you can tattoo them.
Wow.
But most of them won't do it until they're 16 at least.
I was 14 when I got my first one.
That's
In a
wild.
trailer park.
That's wild.
How old were you? Was you older than that?
Hell yeah. I was
What?
19. I didn't even
damn.
think about I didn't want tattoos at all.
No, as soon as
I
I
wanted
got
to be a professional.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
After I got out of high school, I was like, what, a professional what?
Well, I want to be a lot of things,
Yeah.
but I seen tattoos as criminal type. Like, I didn't look down on them
Yeah.
by any means, but I knew like my dad was a criminal and I didn't want to be shit like him. So that was one way of being
Nah.
like him. Is like, I was like, I'm not going to get tattoos. I want to be a forensic scientist. No.
Ooh,
But I ended up dropping out of high school and all this shit.
That does make it tough.
Yeah.
I wish I could solve this crime, but I dropped out. The murderer gets away. I didn't finish.
Bro, I think I would have been damn good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn good.
Yeah. I mean, you just put the same type of like drive and all that
Yeah.
shit into it as you did tattoos or something, and you would be fine. I think that, I don't know, that's like a big problem with our school system. It's like, did schools speak to you at all? It didn't speak to me, not even a fraction.
Dude, I hated school.
Yeah, I'd get kicked out of class for doing what I'm getting paid to do now, which is to talk to people. Like, they would
Dude.
kick me out for that shit.
I had a dead ass had an art teacher tell me I wasn't going to be shit. She didn't say that exact phrasing, but
She meant
basically.
it. She said it with her chest.
Mhm.
And then you make a living drawing.
Yeah. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, school's missing a lot. Like, they're not, and if you're smart, like, it's perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like they're playing into your strengths. But
Mhm.
I think Einstein said if you judge a fish by how it climbs a tree, you'd think it's like not good at what it does. So it's like, no, you should look at him when he's swimming.
Dude, so growing up, when I was like younger, I was in gifted and talented and all that. I had I don't remember exactly, but I know in kindergarten, I was reading at a 12th grade level.
Oh,
Like,
no.
I was smart as shit. And I saw this quote somewhere one time talking about how, you know, all the gifted and talented kids, they didn't fail themselves. They were failed by society or some shit like that. And it really, like, because I didn't have the family support,
Right.
I was missing school or I was at home, like, just not doing well at home.
Yeah, I feel
And
that.
so like it definitely affected me. And I wasn't being challenged. I wasn't being taught anything. And then by the time I got to like 6th grade, I was like, I'm tired of being this kid. And I was really poor too. So like I would go to school in like trashy clothes or whatever, and I'd get made fun of. I got tired of that. I wanted to be the cool kid. I wanted to be popular. So I started fucking off and being funny and showing my like real me. And that's when I just said, fuck it all, was 6th grade. And that's why earlier I said my first 6th grade, because that's when I started being a little jackass.
Damn, you beat me. I didn't start failing until 9th grade.
Bro.
I failed 9th and 10th grade.
I got, actually, after 6th grade, I did really well in 8th grade. I had a couple of teachers that were really fucking good teachers.
No, you need
bro.
a good teacher. That'll change everything.
That will change everything. I was trash at math. And I had a teacher named Miss Blaze at Texas Middle School. That woman, she just made it easy.
Right.
And after that, we rolled over into high school, and the same kind of thing started. I was like, I don't want to do this. I want to be funny. I want to be the cool kid. And I was chasing shit that I didn't really need to be chasing. And kind of just let it all go out the window. Like I wanted to be a forensic scientist. I wanted to be a detective. I grew up watching like Forensic Files.
Yeah.
And just like First 48 and all that shit. And I was obsessed with it. And I lived around criminals. All my family's criminals. Like I was like, I would be really good at this shit.
I grew up in Ketcho.
Bro, yeah. Like I know exactly how y'all think.
Yeah.
Like, and then, shit changes.
Yeah. Well, then you have to go do like all these years of college just to...
The one thing that kind of deterred me from like being an actual detective is I would have to be a cop for a while.
Oh yeah, you'd be chasing crackheads and shit for like 10 years.
Which I thought I would be good at that too, because at the time I could run fast, I could
Bring
jump
that ass
high.
here,
Like,
crackhead.
I'm finna get your ass, boy. Like you stumbling over fences, I'm clearing them.
Yeah.
Like, but no, you have to do that for like a certain amount of years before you can be a
a long time
detective.
before you can...
And being young, I'd already ended up dropping out of high school, and I started partying and all that shit. My mind went way left.
Yeah.
It was like, I don't care about none of that.
You think tattoos saved you?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. That and having my first kid.
Yeah.
Tattooing put me on the right track.
Yeah.
Even though it veered me off at first.
What do you mean by that?
So, okay. Me and a buddy of mine, rest in peace, he ain't no longer here. We had decided we were going to go to the Marines. And that was like in my head, it was my last ditch effort to make something of myself. And at that same time, I was young, I was doing stupid shit, and I ended up tattooing. He went to the Marines. He came back. He really wasn't the same.
Yeah.
And one of the first things he told me, he was like, be glad you didn't go, bro. He's like, you would have fucking hated it. And I was like, yeah, I know, probably. But when I first started tattooing, I started out of the house for a couple of weeks. I got in a shop. That shop definitely wasn't the best place for me to start, but it got my foot in the door. And there was a lot of crazy shit going on in that shop that, like, dude, I would come in at noon and we would be in there till 4 a.m. And half the time we weren't even tattooing.
Yeah.
We was just partying or whatever, like balls to the wall, like old school shit, like just living. And that I started veering off to where like I was trying other things I shouldn't have been trying. And then one day I did something. I'm not going to speak on that, but I did some stuff and it just made me realize, I was like, dude, I'm fucking up.
Yeah.
And I ended up leaving that shop, or that shop actually shut down. And then I went to another shop and bounced around a little bit until I got in a structured shop. Even though I don't like the way it was structured, it whipped me into shape for the most part.
Yeah, but it was structured.
Yeah.
That's what you needed.
Yeah. It was just ran with an iron fist, and
We know the shop.
yeah.
I know the shop.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe it was good for you. Imagine how different your life would have been if you would have went to the Marines.
Oh, it'd be. Honestly,
What year would that have been? What year did he go? Do you have any
that
idea?
was
or just a ballpark?
2000. I want to say 16.
Yeah.
2016. Mentally, I was not there.
Dang, you would have been older too, because I went to the military 2017. Well, the end of 2016, and I was already 22.
Yeah, my original plan was to go when I was like 20 or 21.
Right.
And then I was fucking off and doing dumb shit. And then, but that was right at the peak of when I started realizing that I have mental illness and this and that. And so honestly, I'm glad I didn't go, because I would either be way more fucked off or I might not even be here anymore. So
yeah, I mean, their whole goal is to break you there.
Yeah.
You would have been met with, especially the Marines too, because that's even worse than what I did. They would have just broke you as soon as you walked in the door.
Yep.
1 out of 10 did not recommend for any listeners out there. But no, we do need people to serve.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
it's for some people, it's not for the others. I
remember the first day when I was really they called it shark attack when we first got to our actual drill sergeants at basic training. There was this 2-week period where you were kind of there just getting all your shit, and then you go and you actually meet the actual people that are over you. And I just remember that night, it was we'd done probably 1,000 push-ups the first night. And I just remember standing there at attention. It was midnight, and I knew they was going to keep us up the first night because I kind of read up on it. And I just remember there was this thought in my head, and it was very clear. It was what the fuck am I doing here? Bro, I mean, you talk about the deepest regret. You get off this bus and you have a backpack, you have this big duffel bag on your front and on your back and one above your head, and you're running through the sand, and 9 grown ass angry men are just yelling in your face. And then you get to this little awning, and they put us in it. One drill sergeant would be yelling, "Get it attention," and the other one would be do push-ups.
It's just a total mind fuck.
And then the other one would be oh. So what I did, and it actually worked. I just stood there like a fucking statue. I just didn't move. I didn't move at all, bro. And the dude beside me, he couldn't decide if he was going to get down or get up. And so they all just swarmed him. So they swarmed him and they left me alone because I just sat there. I was like, fuck, bro. I was because the first dude told me to go to attention. I said, I know how to do that. Bam. Went to attention. The other dude's do a fucking push-up. I was in my head, I was no. He told me to stay here. And so the other guy was in my face. He was spitting in my face. He was I told you to do a push-up. Oh, you ain't going to listen to me? I didn't move. I didn't flinch. I didn't nothing. And then the other dude beside me, he started showing some weakness. And then they call it shark attack. Them dudes are really like sharks.
Yeah.
They felt his fear. And they all just started getting on his ass. And I was phew. I just stood there and I was God dang.
See, dude, in that time period of my life, I had a real problem with authority.
Oh yeah,
dude,
they could fix you though.
Oh, definitely. I no doubt about it. But man, I would have went through absolute hell.
Oh, no doubt,
dude. So, I think I always everything happens for a reason. I didn't go for a reason.
For sure.
And it just happened the way it was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
So
I believe that. They're bad. They'll get you though. They'll get even the toughest dude because they'll start fucking up your friends. That's why they get you. Yeah. They're oh, that's your buddy over there. Every time you fuck up, we'll fuck him up.
Yeah.
And you're even the toughest dude is all right, now you can't keep fucking up my buddy. Eventually everybody starts straightening out because it's I can't let my boy get down. And then if you keep fucking up and everybody else gets in trouble for it, then they'll just put soap in their sock and beat your ass in the shower.
Hell yeah.
Well, we beat the fuck out of this one dude. He kept snitching on us. We kept telling him, dude, you get in trouble every time you snitch on us. And so the drill sergeant told us, why don't you just handle that? We were
okay.
We can do that. We didn't know we could do that. And they were we ain't going to say shit. So he's all right. Damn. So that night we put D batteries and bars of soaps in our sock.
Ooh.
And we caught it in the butt naked in the shower.
That's rough.
Beating the fuck out of him. I was like, damn, we in jail? That's one of the thoughts I was having. I was laying in my bunk that night after we just beat the shit out of this dude. And I'm like, bro, am I in jail right now? I'm writing letters. I can't have my phone. I just beat this dude. Jail, I just beat this dude with a sock. I was like, what am I doing here?
Bunch of animals.
It really did. Yeah. I got in a fight. Oh, I thought this dude took my shampoo once.
Yeah.
And turns out he didn't, but we fought.
That sounds like jail.
Like, because we only got to go every 2 weeks to like re-up, and I was out of shampoo. And I was like, no, I ain't have no hair.
Yeah.
They were shaving our head.
Yeah.
But just the fact that this man, I thought this man had, because he bought the same brand, and I thought it was mine.
It'd be like that in jail.
Bro, just like two dudes butt naked fighting. It was gay as hell. But like,
bro,
like, bro, you took my shampoo, dude. We got to fight here and now.
Sometimes it just be like that.
And I went back to my locker like 2 days later. I was searching around in my locker and I saw the shampoo and I was like, oh, shit. He didn't steal from me.
My bad.
My bad, bro. But I never said nothing.
Yeah.
I just played like, yeah.
Because y'all would have had to fight again.
Oh, yeah, we had to fight again. Because like, damn. You can accuse somebody of shit and not pan out. No, you didn't miss much, bro. You didn't miss much. I think there's a certain type of person that tattooing can save, right?
Yeah.
There's a person that doesn't, that like, there's almost like an architect or like archetype, I guess, of a person that like tattoos is that one thing that could take somebody that's kind of just like on their own different creative path or troubled path and be like, hey, this is a way you can do that. And still, it's almost still kind of rebellious, but at the same time, like you make art and you make a lot of money doing it.
Yeah. And dude, at that time, so I was dealing with mental illness stuff. All right. So like I'm actually diagnosed bipolar and something else. This has been a long time since I've been diagnosed with this stuff. And I just kind of let it out of my brain. I don't think about it.
Sometimes the labels make it worse.
Yeah. I'm not medicated and I'm fine.
Right.
But at that time, I was not fine. I had a lot of shit going on in my life, bunch of crucial, crazy shit. Friends getting shot and all that, you know. Right. And I ended up, man, just going wild. And I did some stupid shit. Ended up going to the hospital, getting out and realizing I'm fucking up and I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And then tattooing, even at that time, it was really just a legal way for me to make money.
Yeah.
And I had no passion for it. I'd always been good at art, but like I said, I was just using it as a quick way to make money.
You think it grew on you like that? Yeah.
And then it was after I got in that one shop I was telling with structure, I started building up, I wouldn't say a passion for it yet, but I was starting to like it. And then I had people around me that like I kind of looked up to. And then after I left there and moved to Shreveport, and then I was told I could do whatever I wanted tattoo wise, that's when my creative juices started flowing and I was getting to do this and that and whatever I wanted to do. And that's when I really developed the passion for it. And like my whole like artist brain came into play. Like when I was younger, I did art. I forgot all about it. Even when I started tattooing again, whatever, dude, I'll trace some shit off of Google.
You think we were like following rules?
Yeah.
And then just like, this is how you tattoo. So
that was it. And then once that passion grew, like I started doing actual, like on different mediums, like oil painting, acrylic, charcoal, all that stuff. I started doing all that. My tattooing got better. And then I ended up switching to black and gray, which was the last thing I ever thought I would be doing. Cause I never fucked with black and gray. It scared me. And now it's my favorite thing to do. I don't do anything else but black and gray. One of my favorite things to do is charcoal, which I'd never fucked with charcoal until like 2 years ago. Yeah. And I'm pretty good at it. And I would have never thought that, never. And so
I think you can show up enough and like it will, like things will start happening like it. And that's why I think it's so important to show up. Like sometimes like in order to be successful, like one of the main things you can do is just show up. So like if I'm trying to get better interviews, one of the best things I can do is to just keep interviewing people.
Yeah.
Like just show up, just cut the cameras on, show up, get somebody in here. And eventually you do enough of them and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, there's the passion, there's the skill, there's all that stuff that I didn't have originally, but it all comes from just deciding one day, like, no, we're going to be here.
Yeah.
And we're going to figure it out. We're going to go through the process.
I don't know if I talked about this last time I was here or not. So have you seen like documentaries and stuff where people get hit in the head and they become savants?
Yeah, different stuff starts happening. Yeah,
one guy might get hit in the head and all of a sudden he's fluent in a language.
Different language. Yeah, I've been reading about that.
All right, there's things like that where they'll become like math geniuses and stuff like that. So we talked about this last time. I've had a ton of concussions. I've had 9 total.
Damn, what are you doing?
Dude, rollerblading, skateboarding.
Oh, skateboard. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Okay, like, damn, what are you out here getting concussions to?
The last one I had, though, was from jiu-jitsu. And I think that was my 9th one. I will say that that's a whole inning in baseball. You got all 9 strikes. Yeah, dude. So like I used to be really, really smart and like I could speak clearly, everything. I don't speak clearly anymore. Like my words are kind of not really slurred, but slower. And it's hard for me to think of things and I forget shit all the time. Like I'll forget people I work with's name sometimes. And it's kind of scary. But the last time I got that concussion was right when I started getting real good at tattooing.
Oh yeah.
So like, I don't know. I'm not saying I'm a savant or anything like that, but like, I want to say it knocked everything loose or knocked it all to like the art.
Back to how we're supposed to go.
Like to the art side. And like, dude, it's wild. I don't know.
I know what I need to do. If I want to be successful.
You just get knocked in the head a couple times. Injury. Yeah.
I'm about to go jump off the roof head first. I'm going to blow up. But no, that is crazy. I have been hearing about that.
You know, it's just I don't really believe that, but it's a weird theory that.
No, how do they explain that?
And it was right when I got that last concussion when I started getting real good, real quick out of nowhere.
Have you heard of the telepathy tapes? I know this is like completely off the wall crazy.
I haven't listened to them or anything like that.
See, I haven't listened to the telepathy tapes, but the person that made it went on Rogan. And then one of the parents of one of the kids that can actually do it went on another podcast I watch. And yeah, basically it seems like the non-verbal autistic kids are like telepathic, like, and they can almost prove it.
Bro,
that's so crazy.
I was watching, I watched that one you're talking about.
With Rogan?
Yeah.
With Kai Dickens on there? Yeah.
Yeah, and then I watched another one. I think it was either directly after that episode or a couple after it. It was a dude that did hypnotism.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And he was talking about some crazy shit too. And he said he never believed in that shit until he started doing it.
Yeah, didn't he hypnotize Tom Brady?
Yeah. That shit's wild, dude.
No, hypnotism's real.
I believe all that shit.
Some of that shit's real. Like, there was a mentalist on the cruise, and he was telling me, he's like, sometimes I can read people's faces, and sometimes I can get them to kind of think what I want them to think, and then I'll guess it. But he's like, then sometimes I just know what they're thinking, and then I can just make a trick work. And I was sitting at the table, I was like, that's a little scary. That's a little.
Have you ever had your palms read or anything?
Oh, no. Because I don't know, around here, they always like, people make that, they like some real witchcraft shit behind that.
I got my palms read one time, probably.
Was it here?
No, it was in Shreveport. Okay. It was probably 5 years ago. And I didn't believe in any of that shit. And
you will do well on Facebook.
I went in there, I pulled the little cards and all this. And this lady was spot fucking on with everything she was saying. And I was like, and I was trying to keep that poker face, so she couldn't read my face because I've always heard that too, But I was like, there's no fucking way this girl, like.
It was that spot on? Dude, like, it wasn't even like she just could guess?
A lot of it, I will say, was very vague.
Yeah. Oh, so, like, it could. You have an uncle.
Yeah. It wasn't that vague.
An R.
It wasn't that vague, but it got my wheels turning, bro. Yeah. I was like,
I've always been too scared.
Ooh, like I wanted to go back. but I don't think I will. I don't like
Being from here, like there is like this, that is attached to like some dark, like people will say like, oh, don't get your palm read. You're going to let demons in and shit.
Yeah.
And a dumbass like me, like, well, let's not like, you ever mess with a Ouija board?
Hell yeah.
No, I never fuck with a Ouija board. I'm too scared.
Bro.
What happened? Did anything happen? Was it crazy?
Dude. I don't even know if I want to talk about it on the podcast type shit.
You can't say that. Like, it's my job to like, hey,
okay.
talk about it. Oh, yeah.
Well, people are going to think I'm absolutely batshit crazy.
Well, hey,
Fuck it. Who cares?
Part of it.
Okay. And it's going to be hard to explain because I'm very like animated and I want to act shit out. But okay, so one day I was living at Fox Creek Apartments, right. And it was me and all my friends were there, and we were bored. We were trying not to get in trouble, so we was like, oh, we'll make this Ouija board and do this. So,
y'all made one?
Yeah, we made one.
Oh, damn, that's
some next level shit right there. No,
create the passage to the demons. I like it. But it's a good initiative.
So we were all in a circle. We're playing with this Ouija board. We had, at first, the lights were on and everything like that. It was dead quiet in there, nobody else around. And I was like, there's always somebody moving that motherfucker. It was me. I was the one moving that bitch. I was real slick about it. And I was trying to just creep my friends out is all I was doing. And we kept doing that for a minute.
So like, is it pieces? I ain't gonna lie, I never even seen one.
It's a planchette, which is like it's like a thing shaped like this. And it has a little clear glass piece in it that like rolls over the letter and you just spell shit out. And then it's like, yes, no, goodbye, hello, whatever, with some numbers. But so I'm over there like pushing it towards letters to make it spell out like stupid shit. Yeah. And I'm just trying to freak my friends out and everything. And like they're all pretty like, And I was like, all right, now I'm really finna fuck with them like hard. So I got on some crazy shit, okay? So I was like, fuck this Ouija board. Watch this shit. So I had this like really dark green, ugly ass carpet. I ran upstairs and I grabbed this, that carpet powder that you put on the floor to vacuum it up?
And then you vacuum it and it smells good, yeah.
Dude, I fucking drew this giant pentagram in the middle of my floor. I shit you not. And I lit candles all around my this pentagram, and I'm like, I'm about to freak them the fuck out.
They never came back,
bro.
They never came back,
bro. We're sitting there, and I was like, all right. And this is when I was rapping too, so like, I was like, all right, I'm gonna sell my soul, and they were like, bro, are you serious? They were already freaked out, so like, I was like, yeah, like we're doing this shit, and so. All the air was off. There was the house was stale as fuck. Like no air, nothing. We're sitting there, and this is before I start selling my soul or whatever. Something smacks the fucking back glass hard as shit. And like I jumped, I was like, what the fuck was that? And I look, because it's directly behind me. And I look out there, there's nothing out there. Nothing. And I was like, okay, that was
like a window?
Weird. Yeah, it was one of those sliding back doors.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that was weird, but whatever. That adds to the suspense. Thank you, whatever did that, No. And we're sitting there, and I started like pretending like I was like speaking backwards and shit.
Oh no!
And as I'm sitting there, directly across from me, I was in a townhouse, so it was like stairs that went up, and I'm saying all this weird shit backwards or whatever I was doing, and I look up at the same time, all the candles blow out. The house was stale. I fucking shit you not, bro.
Oh, no, really?
I shit you not. At the same time, I had looked up and there was this thing. I'll put that on everything I love.
Oh, no.
I am not crazy. I'm not schizophrenic. I'm none of that. I am bipolar, but this was some otherworldly shit. And I seen it. Sitting in the corner of the stairway.
What did it look like?
It was white and it had black, like I couldn't see the details. I could see more of a silhouette, but it was white in the face, had black eyes, black mouth, and black stringy hair. Bro.
Oh, you didn't open the gates.
Bro. Dude. So I seen that. Nobody else saw it. I freaked the fuck out.
Yeah, you drew the pentagram.
Yeah, I'm the one trying to scare my friends, and I done scared myself shitless. I fucking jumped up, flipped on all the lights. I was like, fuck no. No, we are not doing this shit.
It's over.
This shit's done. And I had a friend who was really into like demonology and like all that shit. And so I was like, maybe he'll know. So I message him. I'm like, yo, this is what I saw. And he, within 30 seconds, hit me with like this weird name. I was like, what the fuck is this? And he explained it to me. And he was like, this is some demon that you conjure up and it drags you to your death, basically. And I was like, he's fucking with me. Like, there's no fucking way. So I start Googling, and I'm in like the deepest, darkest realms of Google. And I come across it. And I was like, okay, he knows what he's talking about.
You know how to find that?
No, I don't. I don't remember what his name was. It was a weird name. And I was like, bro, what the fuck? And then he told me I had to put an egg under my bed.
Did you do it?
I did it.
Hell yeah, you do it. Yeah, when you got demons on your ass, you start putting eggs on your bed.
Bro, I shit you fucking not. I've got people that can back this shit up too. And the very next day, I got a call to go on tour with Steve Aoki and Waka Flocka. And like starting in Atlanta, Texas, or not Texas, Georgia. And I was on the phone with some manager guy. And I was like, kind of like starstruck almost. I was like, hold on, let me call you back. And I was like, no fucking way, dude. I'm not doing this. Like,
oh, you thought you had actually sold your soul?
Dude, yeah. I was like, fuck no. Like, I'm going to go be on the way there and die or some shit based on what my friend told me. Like, I was like, absolutely not. So.
Oh, imagine how different things could be if that was like a legit thing.
Bro. And
you're a rap star.
And I turned it down. The next day, I get a call, and it's Columbia Records. I shit you not, Joe. I shit you fucking not. And, you know, back then when I was rapping, I had a little bit of clout, I guess, you know, but it wasn't on that level. I had one song, you know, hit like 20,000 views or something, but that was it.
Yeah.
You know, I turned that down immediately too. I was like, no, I'm not fucking with this. And then the third day, somebody hit me up talking about wanting to do porn or something like that. And I was like, fuck no, I'm not doing that. And then nothing else came of it.
Oh, but you passed your 3 tests.
I guess so.
That do sound like something they out of a book. Like, hey, at the
bro, I since then I ain't fucked with none of that shit.
Yeah,
none of it. Like, that was enough.
So you believe that there's some shit out there, huh?
You know, honestly, I don't believe in like hell and all that religion and all that stuff, but I do believe in like otherworldly weird shit. I think there's stuff that's different dimensions and shit.
Do you believe in a soul?
To an extent.
Yeah. Like, so like after someone dies, like a soul being stuck like in limbo or something.
Oh,
that's
hell
what they
yeah.
say, like,
because I did that
stuff up. You did it.
Yeah. One of the things I was telling you about when I was going through all that bad shit is I hung myself when I was 23 and I died for 6 minutes.
6 minutes?
Yeah. I hung myself. I got cut down and I don't remember getting cut down, but apparently I'd already been cut down. And then I woke up and I was outside of my body, just staring at my body, and I was dead on the ground. And I could think clearly. I remember it.
So it's like a near-death experience.
Yeah.
A lot of people talk about like when they almost die that they do like come out of their body and they like look down. And
dude, I was looking at myself dead on the ground and I was thinking, I was like, oh my God, I did it. I fucking did it, dude. Oh shit. Like, I can't believe this. And then I heard people screaming, but it was real muffled. And then I could see shadowy figures like running around, and it probably lasted maybe a minute. And then I woke back up in my body, and I could still see shadowy figures of people, and they was all muffled. And I remember someone trying to help me up, and I thought in my head, I was like, I'm good, leave me alone. But like my whole body's like half paralyzed.
And these were actually people that were trying to help you up. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and
so you felt like you kind of like went out for a second, and then you kind of like slid back into regular.
Yeah, and it's weird because I've seen there's some movie I saw when I was younger too that had something similar like that, where the dude died and like he could walk around, he could hear people, he could see people, but they couldn't see him. And that's how that felt. Like I felt like I was going to be like that forever. Like I would just be walking around and everything would be blurry and shadowy and
nasty.
Here, yeah.
Ooh.
Like, and
no, that's crazy. I know.
That's when I ended up going to the hospital. They diagnosed me bipolar with some shit. I don't remember. But they tried to medicate me. That shit made me weird, like angry, and I quit doing it. And then I got busy and took my mind off the funky shit.
Yeah, you can't just be chilling. Mm-mm. Some people can't chill.
No, I don't.
Feel like if you are a little bit crazy, then you just need to go do something cool.
Yeah, you just got to find purpose.
Yeah.
That's really like, and when I was here, I had nothing going for me.
Yeah.
Like, especially.
Was that here in town?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That was right there on County Avenue.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a wild time. But back then, I didn't have shit going for me. I didn't really care about anything. That was sad.
Yeah. I think there's something else out there. I think there is like that. And like that, like, because even that story you just told, there's tons of people that have near-death experiences and they feel like they pass on to like halfway pass on to something different. And then they can still like, because there's like people say they see loved ones, people say their light flashes in front of their eyes, or they see a light, or they have an out-of-body experience. These are like normal things that people say happens when something like that happens.
Well,
and 6 minutes is crazy.
Dude. And so after that, I was paralyzed. My whole left side of my body was paralyzed for like months.
Really?
Yeah.
And one day did it just come back?
It slowly came back. Wow. Like I remember it was weird because
you're right-handed though, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
My left hand, I could only feel this finger right here. These fingers I couldn't feel. This whole side of my left arm I couldn't feel.
Yeah.
My tongue, I couldn't taste anything. I had no feeling in my tongue.
Shit, you had COVID. That's all you had.
Shit, yeah.
You had fucking COVID, dude.
It was it's fucking crazy. And then I got locked in that place. And then I was like, yo, I'm crazy. I'm not this crazy,
yeah, that's
bro.
too crazy.
There was people in there talking about murdering everybody. Yeah, I was like, yo, chill out. I was just sad, bro.
Yeah.
Like, dude.
Yeah, that like, because like if you do go the medication route too far, like it can make things worse. And before long, you're in there, like they'll put you like, because that's kind of what happened to my mom after she had, like they put her on so much medicine, right? And so then like she would end up at the facilities in there, and like we'd go visit her, and it's like, no, these people they're legit crazy, bro. And like she's just sad. Like I feel like there's a fucking difference here. Like
definitely. And now. I believe medications work for a lot of people, and it will drastically change your life for the better. But at that time, they were just kind of, I felt like a lab rat. Like they were try this one.
I think that medication can work, but at the same time, like if you are like, if you're not healthy, if you're not eating good, if you have horrible habits, there's these other things that contribute to it. And now like you're trying to medicate your brain for something that like, it really just needs like exercise. Yeah. And like you need to fix a couple things. And then if shit's still wrong, then maybe.
Yeah. So, and nowadays too, they'll test you what genes you have that match with certain medications so that they don't have to keep getting it wrong. Which I think is fucking phenomenal.
Right.
Well, I wish they would have done that one. You know, but at the same time, back then, I just didn't have shit going, and I didn't care, and I was sad, and the shit that was going on was bad. Everything was bad in my life. One of these days, I really I want to make a fucking like documentary about myself because I feel like nobody actually truly knows who I am or the shit that I've been through to get to where I'm at. And I used to say a lot, like, dude, I've been through more shit in my lifetime than most people will probably ever go through in multiple lifetimes. Yeah. And I feel like I'm very misunderstood. Nowadays, not so much, but back then for sure.
I think once you start figuring things out and you like start doing cool things, then people stop like being weird to you.
Yeah.
But I think that plays a part into it because like, if things weren't going well for you, they would probably still be on the same old, I remember him from high school, blah, blah, blah. They wouldn't let that go. But like things working out for you now, people just kind of, I think it's like natural. They're just like, oh yeah, he figured it out.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 yeah.
Dude, it's, oh man. I was about to say something. I don't remember what the hell it was, but
that happens to me a lot.
Whatever. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But one day I will make a documentary and it'll be fucking good.
Oh yeah, that would be crazy. Let's see. One more thing. All right, one more thing I want to talk to you about because this is fun. I watched your video the other day. Give me the 5 reasons again from the video because I thought that video was really good. I know one of them was like a tap out session. That's hilarious because like once you get to a certain point, something like a tap out session is literally the opposite of like what you would want.
Dude, I'm not making money in a tap out session. I'm breaking my back on that shit.
Yeah.
To me, honestly, that's a gimmick for shitty tattoo artists.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like that's in my experience, that's all I've ever seen is people out of the house.
Have you done it before?
No.
You never done?
Nope.
I wonder how long the average person lasts. And I always wondered if the tattoo artist like made it harder on you, like pressed down.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure.
Or like wiped it more than they had to.
Dry wipe it.
Yeah. Ooh, dry wiping is so bad.
But I'm in the business of quality over quantity.
Yeah, like at the end, we have this masterpiece.
Yeah.
That's what you're here for.
Yeah.
That's what you're
I'm not here to
for.
sleeve you out for $800 or whatever.
Yeah,
because that's going to look like shit.
Yeah, and then another one you said was asking you the price of a sleeve because I mean that could be completely different by what they want.
Bro,
how much real estate you trying to cover?
Dude, how much is a bag of groceries?
Yeah, just depends on.
I want you to tell me that. How much
is a bag of groceries? Like one singular bag?
One singular bag, a Walmart bag of groceries.
Well, I mean, that just depends. What are you putting in there? Are you putting like meat and stuff like that? It could be $20, $30, $40, $50. Or you could have a couple bags of like cereal or something and you're like $10, $20. So, I mean, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
100%.
Like, I had somebody argue with me over that shit. Like, dude,
a sleeve price is different. Like, because like, what am I drawing? An eagle? What am I drawing? Am I drawing a cross?
Dude, like there's so many different things that can go into that. So many different styles, so many different textures, so many an eagle, I can do an eagle way faster than I can do a lion.
Yeah, because you're like trying to make the fur and stuff is different than
like,
feathers.
It's going to vary depending on the subject matter.
Yes, you could have a hyper-realistic animal and it still be completely different on how long it takes and how much goes into it.
Yep.
Yeah. So you can't just give a blanket price for a sleeve. Yeah. No, and that's something that happens to you. I'm assuming that happens a lot. So those are 2. What else? What's some other ones?
What did I put in that video? Oh, numbing cream.
Yeah, so, okay, give me the spill on there. How do you feel about it?
I hate that shit.
As far as like that, you're talking about putting numbing cream on before?
Yeah.
Okay. You're not talking about like somebody spraying you with Bactine. Like
no, that's
6
cool.
hours
That's
into
cool.
it.
That's cool.
Because I've been 6 hours into a tattoo and I was like, hey, hit me with that Bactine a little bit.
Numbing cream, I'm not going to provide it, first off, because you have to put it on an hour before the tattoo. So I'm not burning an hour waiting on you.
Right.
For 2, most of these people just order this shit from God knows where I don't know if it's sanitary. I don't know where it's been, whatever. They put it on, usually put it on wrong. And then they come in, even if they did put it on right, most of it, like say it's on their leg or whatever, I forget there's a word for it, but it turns their skin very rubbery and it makes it it's like almost like tattooing a deflated volleyball.
Oof.
Like it's not easy.
Yeah.
And so that makes my job that much harder. And then it doesn't look good to get photographed. And
does it work?
For like 2 hours.
Yeah.
If you're lucky.
Like if you're drawing a giant eagle on you though, that doesn't work.
Yeah. Everything I do is,
big giant piece.
At least a quarter sleeve.
Yeah.
At a time. And so when that 2 hours wears off, you're going to feel that plus everything else. And it's going to be that much worse.
Yeah, I always wonder about that because they say it would hurt worse after numbing cream or like the anesthesia.
Yeah.
Like, them people that get like 5 or 6 people to tattoo them while they go in, like Post Malone got anesthesia and went under and they just like just did giant pieces, or like Ball Brothers, or like all them that get like it has to hurt when you come out. Like,
bro, I couldn't imagine. I hate healing tattoos regardless. Like doing my full back, walking around like stiff as shit, bro. There's no way. That would suck ass. That would suck so much ass.
It would be nice to wake up and be like, I didn't get, but like, I feel like as you're getting hit, you're like kind of, your pain tolerance is like kind of like, you're almost like getting used to it, huh? Or I don't know.
Me personally, I feel that shit all the way through.
Oh, I'm not good at getting tattoos.
But I've had many clients that you just get used to it.
Yeah.
And it's not like it goes numb. Like a lot of people say, you just get used to it.
No, I don't ever go numb.
No.
I'll never get a tattoo and be like, damn, I don't even feel this.
Yeah.
Not even one.
No.
Not even one of them.
But like, for instance, most of my sessions last from 6 to 8 hours. And I got a light hand.
You're good people, you know that?
Yeah, I'm not in there to fucking just dip and rip and tear you up, like get you out.
I've had some that.
Oh, I'm sure.
My God.
But what I'm doing is I'm just
swinging away at it.
it's more annoying than painful.
Yeah.
But
that wiping sure does hurt.
Oh, I bet.
Wiping hurts.
But by like hour 5, 4, like I have this stuff. It's kind of like Bactine. It's called holy water.
Yeah.
And I spray that on you, and it works good enough to get you through the rest.
Yeah.
I might have to use it once or twice, but it gets you through it. And I haven't had anybody complain. And I've only had like one client have to like stop and just we'll continue another day. And she has like super sensitive legs. So
yeah. I've never quit there one, but I've damn sure thought about it.
Oh, I bet.
Dude, I did 9 hours on my stomach. That hurt so bad. I did 6 hours on my ribs once. That was absolutely incredible. And I accidentally, I realized there's an eye and some graffiti that didn't get colored in the top. It is still ain't there.
Yeah.
Another needle will never touch my ribs again. Never. I have a giant, I don't even remember what side it's on. Hell no.
It's somewhere.
One of them, damn it. And bro, I promise, never again. There will never be another needle hit my damn ribs. I'll finish my back still and my legs and shit, but no more ribs. Never again. Was there another one?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Sleeve tap out, numbing cream. Dude, people want me to drive to their house and tattoo.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Like, yeah, come to my house.
Bro, fuck no.
Why would you, like, I never understood, like, what is the benefit of that? They don't have to come to the shop?
Yeah, there's no benefit for me at all. I was about to say,
you have all your shit in a spot where it's like, hey, just show up and on.
Well, it made me think of that because I had a dude hit me up and he was like, I want this tattoo, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, well, I mean, I'm not the one for that anyway, but I'll refer you to somebody. And he was like, well, you think he'll come to my house? I don't like paying shop prices.
Also, he thought it would be cheaper if he comes to the house. But my thought is, like, okay, they're thinking they're going to get like a percentage, like to take the percentage out that the owner gets, right? But I mean, it would be harder for you to pack up all your shit and go somewhere else.
I'd have to pack my shit, go somewhere else. And first off,
and be in a different environment too.
Be in a different environment is hard enough to tattoo anyway.
Yeah.
And then I got to make sure, like, nowhere is actually like 100% sterile, but I'm going to have to make sure that
that's sterile. Oh yeah. And you're not going to get robbed midway session for all your tattoo gear.
All that shit. Like, so for one, if I'm doing that, like, I got to scope it out first. Yeah. And my clientele that I fuck with mainly anyway are like doctors and higher end, clientele. And so I don't have to worry about that kind of stuff for the most part, but like,
yeah, just come to the shop.
Now, if a celebrity hit me up and they wanted me to fly wherever the fuck, if they're paying for all of it and it's somewhere that's very clean and open and actually possible to do it out of, as sterile as possible, yeah, I'd probably do it.
What celebrity do you want to tattoo?
I don't give a shit about none of them.
None of them?
No.
Not even one of them?
No, they don't.
They don't care about you?
I don't. Man, dead or alive, I would say I would want to tattoo Chester Bennington from Linkin Park.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But,
yeah.
you know, he's dead now, so.
Post Malone wants to tattoo tomorrow.
Yeah, I'd tattoo him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be like fangirling though.
Oh, yeah.
Like you're famous, but that's cool.
Yeah.
You know, I will be too one day. No shit.
Yeah.
You know? No, I think it would be cool. Don't get me wrong. I'm not being an asshole. Like it would be cool and it'd be a cool experience, but there's nobody really that I'm just like, oh my God, I would love to tattoo them.
Yeah.
Like
just the regular client.
it's just it's regular everyday shit. As long as you want something cool, I'm excited.
Yeah.
That's it. Like that's all I want to do is cool ass shit.
Do you remember the last one?
The last cool tattoo I did?
No, the last of the 5.
Oh, yeah. Is there any other way? Is there any other way I can pay for this tattoo?
Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah, that'll be the last one because we got to wind it down. But that's paying alternative methods is what you're getting at, huh?
Yeah.
And not like bartering, not like regular bartering.
Yeah, this is some other bartering.
This is body bartering.
Yeah. Now, granted that hasn't happened in a while.
Yeah.
But it has definitely happened. And it's before I ever even tattooed these people. Like they'll hit me up in my inbox and be like, "Yo, you know,
yeah,"
and I'll be like, "Ew,
yeah.
fuck no." Like I can only imagine what else you.
Yeah, I'm about to say like, if this is for sale if this is for trade for a tattoo, what else are you trading for?
Like
you dirty bitch,
bro. And I've had it with girls and dudes.
Oh no, bro, man! Say I got something for you,
bro. These motherfuckers are bold.
They got something for you.
Oh God, dude! Since I fucking popped off.
Oh yeah, they got something for you.
My inbox, bro, has just been vulgar with
dudes too.
Dudes and girls, bro. Not even offering, trade or anything for tattoos. Just like, hey, I want to blow you. And I'm just like, oh, fuck, okay, gross.
Hit me up, brother.
No. Dude.
No, that is crazy, though.
I mean.
Hey, the boys are out and they're ready to blow, bro.
Bro.
They're ready to make something shake,
shit,
literally.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Oh, they're shooting.
They're shooting.
Yeah, they're shooting.
They're missing, but... I mean,
it's the thought that counts.
Shit. I'll take it as a compliment, I guess. Cool.
No, man. Anything else you got? Anything else you got to before we get out of here, man?
Man, no, not really. I just want to say, man. Actually, you know what I do. So I don't know if you saw that long post I made the other day.
Okay, yeah. You was okay. What was that? This will be the last topic.
So it was a blood moon. I was in a little bit of a manic state. Mm-hmm. Like I'd seen a post somebody made, and it got me to thinking. And I was dwelling on it a little bit, but I was just noticing how people treat each other. And dude, especially. I don't know about other industries because I'm not in them.
This was in the tattoo industry. Like,
yeah.
you're wanting like better community,
yeah,
and not getting it.
There is no community, at least in my eyes. I don't
feel
see
like
it.
Every tattoo artist is for themselves almost.
Yeah, shop by shop.
Yeah,
but like. And that's always, at least the way I came up in tattooing, it's always been that way. I know East Texas is horrible about it. Every shop hates each other, like whatever, But when I first moved to Shreveport, it was pretty cool. Like everybody wanted to talk to me, And then it seems like, and I don't know, but I started popping off, and I noticed people dwindling, falling off, not talking to me anymore. Like, and so that just got me thinking, But like. And I'm always reaching out to people, trying to be not necessarily friends, but cool with each other. And like, I'm commenting on your fucking posts, hyping you up. Like, and it never gets reciprocated, which I don't expect for it to, but like, damn, it'd be nice sometimes.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to be cool with you. You can be cool with me. I don't hate you. Like,
and you think that's just like an industry as the whole thing, huh?
No, I don't.
Or area. It's an
area thing because I got homies from all different states that fuck with me heavy.
Yeah. But maybe they're far enough away that they don't feel like
feel like I'm a threat.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I was getting at.
Yeah, that's definitely real.
Yeah, and I don't
think there's
want
more
it to be that
tattoo
way.
artists than ever, though, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
Even though there's more people that want to get tattooed now than ever, but there's probably
every day
more proportionate, like more disproportionate of tattooers than ever. So then the people that are struggling are more than likely getting into like they probably fall into more like a survival mode where like if he's doing so well, that probably means
they're getting less business.
Yeah.
And I've thought of that. But it doesn't have to be that way.
No, it doesn't have to.
It doesn't have to be that way. I am one of the most down to earth people that I know. I'm not an asshole. Like I'm down to help whoever I can when I can. I've helped many people out of Texarkana.
Yeah.
Damn near apprenticed a bunch of them over Facebook.
Right.
But like, I'm always down to help people or give advice or whatever. You might not even need any of that shit. I'm still down for whatever, you know? And I think it would just be cool if people would swallow their fucking pride a little bit and just be fucking cool with one another. Yeah. Like we would get along so much better. We would grow more, like everything.
I think it must be an area thing. Like even in the studios, I mean, I've been through all that shit.
Yeah.
All the studio people hate each other. Mm-hmm. Like me and like one of the other guys around here were really cool. Like you probably know Bruce, don't you, Bruce? Mm-hmm. Shout out to Bruce. But like not much else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like even when I'd go out the way to help other ones and stuff, it's like.
And see, in tattooing though, it's like, it's all art. And then there's 6 people in the studio, 8 in this one, 4 in this one. There's so many of them.
Right.
It's like, bro, we could all get together and have a fucking art night. Like, whatever. Who gives a shit? Just be cool, man. Like, be kind to people. And I think this is just me maybe getting older. Like, I'm just tired of the savage ways and the fucking dog eat dog shit. Like, it's fucking boring. It's tired. It's played out. Like, just fucking be nice to each other, bro. We're all gonna die. Like, fuck. We're in an alternate dimension now. Like,
we might be.
I think we are. But
let me don't let me get that. It's too late to start doing that. Next time, I'll have you back and we'll do even more of that stuff.
But all I wanted to say really was
everybody needs to come together.
Yeah, just fucking come together, dude.
That's for every industry,
bro.
You know what's a really cool industry and everybody seems to really get along decently? Podcasting is great. I've been on like 6 different shows now. It's just like everybody's
same with podcasting. Y'all collab.
Yeah.
Why can't artists collab?
Oh, it's the same thing. Like every time I go on somebody else's podcast, I get some of their fans, they get some of mine. It's the same thing. Like you could do that with art.
Egos block that.
Yeah, probably so. There's a lot of history in tattoo. There's definitely more tattoo history than podcasting history too. Or it's the same thing as music. There's a lot of music industry history. It's more similar to tattooing.
Yeah.
Whereas like this is something cool where it seems like people are kind of broing up and like, hey, we'll do something.
Maybe the podcasting hasn't been around long enough.
Yeah, like one day it'll be like that.
Wars.
Yeah, the podcast wars.
Like, fuck your podcast. Mine's way better.
Yeah.
You suck.
What's the news already hates podcasting. Yeah. The news sucks.
That's facts. Cool. That's facts.
Yeah, bro, people don't trust the news. They get their information from Facebook and podcasting and like TikTok and shit. No, our media's crashed, dude.
Yeah.
Because they lie. They lied to us. And like we have the internet. Like back in the day, they could lie to us.
Yeah.
We didn't know. But
not
like
no
now,
more.
I can go figure this shit out. Like you don't have to tell me no more. And I don't need a rehearsed lady in a damn pantsuit to tell me what's going on. Like I don't need that shit no more. I can go figure that shit out later. But man, I definitely appreciate you coming on again.
Yes, sir.
This is the second time you've been on here. We'll do it again, bro, for sure. And hopefully next time you'll have 100,000 followers or 1 million. Hell,
shit, maybe.
Just take me with you, brother.
Hey, that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate it, man. We went some routes I didn't think we'd go. Ouija board, that was wild.
Hey.
I like it.
I'm here to bring new content,
I
bro.
love that shit. No, as soon as you said, you was like, I don't think I should say that. In my brain, that a light goes off like, you didn't tell us that shit.
Yeah.
Because that's crazy. But no, I love it.
I'm here to collaborate. I'm here to like use my following to help everybody else, vice versa. Like, and I think that's what we all should be doing.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Why not?
Why not? I love it. Your handles.
Facebook is Jlynn Attaway. Instagram is the Jlynn Attaway. And TikTok is It's Just Jlynn.
There you have it. There you go. Go look him up. I have all that in the description here. If you're watching this on the channel, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell if you want to see the episodes as they drop. If you are listening, just the audio version, you're on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, please rate the show. If you listen to the whole episode, it'll let you rate it. Please give me 5 stars. That'll help me. If you're not going to give me 5 stars, we just
Fuck off.
Yeah, just go do something else because that doesn't really help either. So thank you. Appreciate you tapping in. Appreciate you coming on the show again. We'll do it again.
Yes,
Jlynn Attaway,